Good day, YouTubers, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from all around the world. We continue to struggle away with the rigging. This is one of the lines from the lifting ropes. How can it be so complicated? So we still have yet to receive the new ship. Obviously, I got a little super glue on the end of that. Very carefully. So, lifting rope on the starboard side for the middle sail foremast. And I put it on the outside of these two black ones, which you can't do. It's got to be on the inside. The more ropes are getting in here, the worse it is, I'll tell you what. So I got 4 of these blocks pre-tied on the end of the rigging ropes from up above. 2 for the lifting of that yard arm and sail, and 2 for the stiffener ropes that go out to the end of the yard arm to keep it perpendicular with the mast. So with 4 of them, there's 2 on each side here now. So we got 2 on this side. The other one's up here. But the trick now that we've got the blocks on there is to feed this through 2 of the blocks on this side down here on the deck, which is going to be real fun. So we really need to put this down through the baling pin rack there. Bring it back out so we can work it from I'm thinking from the left here. There's no good way to do it, I'll tell you what. But we got to try to get this stiff end through one of the holes on that block down there. We'll do this one on the right first, and then our second stiffener rope for a yard arm will go through the other one twice. But that's the fun part about it. So we got this light gray rope tied off on the baling pin rack, going up to our lifting rope pulley from the lifting rope up above. through the pulley and down, and we're going to try to get through. If I can reach in there and grab this block. That ain't gonna work. I gotta have a way to try to hold that block while I stuff this through there. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. If I can push on the block from the back. Yeah, it just turns. So what I'm going to have to do is try to grab that block from up above here with these grabbing tweezers. To hold it. Now that's got some pressure on it, or it's going to hold it. I just got to figure out if I set that over there, then I can't see the holes. It needs to be suspended up here. Maybe I'll take a clamp. Now, I just dropped it. Let me try to reset here and get a clamp on that to hold it. All right, so obviously it's a lot easier to work if the camera's not in the way. It's right in front of me. Obviously, my face is like 4 inches away from it. I was able to get that grabbing tweezers clamped off up here, and it's holding the block. And when I pushed the camera out of the way, it was fairly easy to get in there and push this rope through it. So now I've fished that rope back up. To the top, and we've gone through the second hole up there. And now we want to bring this back down. And bring it out so I can get to it here. Now my lifting or my grabbing tweezers are holding that block. I can see the hole. It's just a matter of getting this end to poke through there. Yes. So it's barely sticking out. But we got it. Okay. So now let's take off the clamping tweezers. Get that out of the way. And then tie this off on a baling pin. First we want to get it where we can pull some pressure on it. Get the slack out of it. So that will work. We got our original tail here from the first tie off. Let's grab a baling pin. And because we're going to the second block next on the left, I'm going to put the baling pin here on the right. And try to stay away from, it's bad enough working in there. Now for the wrap and the upside down knot. Well, 2 pairs of tweezers. Oop. And grab it just enough to get a wrap. And then I'm going to go in there. Let me use these 45 degrees. Yeah, I guess that's about 45 degrees. I was going to say I've got some. Yeah, those are like 80, almost 90 degrees there. Well, we got one wrap, so we got to make a loop here. But we don't want to let our slack go. So I'm going to sort of push down on this loop that's already on there. See how I roll that? Try to get that to roll over. And then pick it up and put it on there. And then hold that down. Pull out the slack. You can see how that knot, it's not really a knot, it's a, boaters use this on the dock. When you go to dock your boat, and you wrap around the cleat one time, and then you see some people that don't know what they're doing. They just sit there and wrap it around and around, thinking it's not going to let go, but it won't work that way. But yeah, you got to make a loop, turn it upside down, and wrap around the cleat, and then pull it tight, and that will not come loose, especially if you use 2 of them on top of each other. And it's real easy to undo when you're ready to take the rope off. So I'm going to cut this tail here now from our beginning line coming in. And I've had more success if I wait 5 or 10 minutes to cut that second tail, because I've seen them come undone once I cut that tail. The little bit of rope that's out here keeps it from unknotting. So until that glue dries, we're going to leave that on there. So we got one more to do on this side now. It's up in there. where that second block is. Yeah, you can see that second block right there. The first one is done. So now this one here is the stabilizing rope for the yard arm. Goes out to the end of the yard arm and keeps the yard arm perpendicular with the mast. So we got another tan rope ready. We're going to tie it off on the baling pin rack on the non-glued end. See, one end is not glued to make it stiff. That's the end I tie off on the baling pin rack. And then the other end is stiff because it's got super glue soaked in it. And I'm going to cut that little fuzzy hair that was on there. So that should stuff through the hole in the block pretty easy once we get going. But that's how we do the hardest ones on the ship. Well, probably some other stuff that's hard too, but getting in there to where those blocks are, this one's a lot easier because the rack is only on one side. It's not in the way. But here, man, the rack goes all the way around the mast. And there's a bunch of blocks in there next to the mast at the bottom, and they're double blocks. That even worse. So but that'll take care of it once we do this second one. That's what the second one is right here. Ties off on the mast, goes down to the block, to another block, and then down to where we're hanging there, where we're going to feed through. And then we got the same thing to do on the other side. This is for another stabilizer rope on the yard arm. So I try to get all the ones done on the starboard side. So we got 8 of them, or 12 altogether. So we got 6 of them on this side. 3 of them are up here, which are just going to go down to the baling pin rack here. That's fairly easy because it's out here in the open. And we just pull them to the right tension for what position we want the sail furled at. And then there's 3 more on the other side, just like those 3. And then we got the lifting ropes, which in the middle, 2, 1 on each side. The stabilizer ropes, 2, 1 on each side. And then this second set of stabilizer ropes. And that goes down to the baling pin rack on the outside. So when I get all 6 of them done on this side, then I'll turn the ship around and repeat and rinse. Well, look what we have here. This is Christmas Eve, and the package just came UPS all the way from Magula, Spain, in Europe. And look at that painful number. $899. It's here. So we're going to open this baby up. because I've been promising for weeks we were going to open this baby up. Yes, there's the tools. You can see how that would be helpful. Fishing your lines up underneath the baling pin rack. Bunch of tools here. Dear Roger, many thanks for your order. Best regards. Artesania Latina. Yeah, that's something else I was wondering about. I actually looked for some of these guys because the ones I bought before for the San Juan are a different scale, and I was looking for ones to match this scale, which is a 172. So it looks like they do sell them, which will eliminate some of the trouble I'm going to have to go through to find them. Yeah, this thing's really heavy too. That's feels like about 5 to 10 pounds. It's heavy. I'm surprised how heavy it was. Just hope it's all in one piece, because it's been on a long road. Nothing broken there. Yeah, there's a few boards. Good grief. This looks like sapula, I don't know, basswood. There's all our masts and yard arms and lumber. And then this is all our laser cut plywood. And thousands of parts. I'm looking at all the cannons there. So a bunch of them are fake, just sticking out of the hull. And then there'll be a few on the decks that are real. Man, I would have thought there'd be more of these. That's the sail. And there's my instructions. Oh my gosh. Good thing I got a laptop out here. be able to refer to it quickly right on site without having to go into the office, because all the instructions and pictures, there'll probably be some template photo paper. I'm sure that's what those are. But those are going to show you what parts are where on the laser cut stuff. Whereas everything else is going to be in the CD. Yeah, see, all laser cut. Oh no, you know what that means? That's the rest of them blocks. Interesting. That's going to be a first for me. Man, look at all these. Laser cut. We got tons of laser cut stuff here. Good grief. Man, oh man, oh man. We are in trouble now. Board after board after board of decals. And yep, that shows you what part numbers are for the pieces that are on the laser cut. So I have to go through every little bit of it. We're going to spend days and days looking at the plans on the CD before we start on anything. Obviously, we still got to finish our main project before we start this one. But I did finish all the rigging lines on that sail on this side. I only got 3 left. Those will be easy. Got 3 left on this sail on the other side that'll go down to the baling pin rack over there. But we got all of them done over here on this side, along with the corner and those 4 that we did. The double blocks around the mast base. So we did get good progress done this week. And the day before Christmas, my Christmas present arrives. Merry Christmas. Oh, oh, oh. The SOLEIL ROYAL. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. That's what we're in for. Good grief. It looks like a beautiful ship though, doesn't it? Thanks for watching.